We're going to devote our energies to sports and gardening, all the cultural pursuits as far as they're concerned. In fact, we're going to put the goons to sleep. Meanwhile, we dig.
Greetings and welcome to the Anadromist. This is Burn Power, your friendly Anadromist, swimming against the stream, coming to you from Tbilisi, Georgia. And today, this is just a quick blurb. I have a satisfying conclusion, a satisfying denouement, a satisfying resolution to my issues. As you last remember, I was trying to find a place to buy here. And I am going to make a couple of videos. One kind of the spiritual journey of looking for a place, which I'll cover on this channel. And the other, the nuts and bolts journey, for anyone who might be interested in doing the same here in Georgia on my Georgian Crossroads channel. You are subscribed to my Georgian Crossroads channel, right? And what about this channel? Do you like it? Hit a thumbs up. It helps the algorithms. The algorithms help people find this. I'm pretty low on the algorithmic menu, but you never know. And you can share it. Sharing it actually helps a great deal. And not this particular video, obviously, but the ones that you think are worth something. And of course you can contribute through PayPal, link below. But let's forget about that stuff now. My satisfactory conclusion, resolution. Well, when last we were on this saga, I came to the realization that due to the strange laws here, I could not actually buy a flat. And the reason for that was essentially I'm too old. I'll be 70 in 4 years. Do I look 70? Actually, what's weird is in Georgia, I don't look as old as I am. I had some construction workers come over, work on this wall right here. They turned it into a solid wall as opposed to literally it was only this thick. That's how much wood and plaster separated me from literally the guy next door. And I could hear, shall we say, everything next door. But anyway, these construction workers came over and we couldn't really talk because they were in Georgia, but somehow it came up. The guy who lived next door, we were splitting the cost of this. He came over and we were talking, and they asked him how old they was. And I said, well, how old do you think I am? And they said 50. And these guys are about 55. They look 70. And that's what a life of smoking and drinking will get you. But they were great guys anyway. Real salt of the earth kind of guys. But anyway, so the Georgian laws here say if you're over 70, and I can see why. If you're a Georgian hitting 70, especially with the amount of smoking particularly, but also heavy drinking that has been known to go on among men here, yeah, you're going to die. And I'm not. I've got plenty of life in me. I'm doing fine. I don't have any illnesses. So, but there was nothing I could do. And so as a result, I immediately shifted gears. And I am known for doing this. I don't sit around and waste time like, oh no, how come I can't buy a place? Maybe I should leave Georgia. I immediately go like, what's plan B? Plan B, rent an interesting place in an interesting neighborhood. I might have to pay more money for it. Let's get someplace big enough that I can get my library from Alaska, and let's focus on that next. And that is what I did. So I saw a place. I was starting looking for apartments, and I was going through the usual websites, and there's a weird thing here. All these apartments, well, for one thing, they are all about, I'm paying $300 right now. Sorry about that. I realize that's a lot of money if you're in the West or America or Canada or Australia or wherever you are. Right. But I noticed that there were apartments that I could see that were big enough, and they all had tons of heavy furniture, like super king-size beds clogging up the rooms, couches and sofas and heavy chairs and all this stuff on the walls. They were selling you furnished houses. And I didn't want that, because I want to get my stuff here and make my library. And I bought 1 or 2 pieces of furniture, and I'll buy some more. I said, okay, well, this one, yes, no. I had a kind of I said, I'll go all the way up to $600 a month. And then I noticed one apartment that was in a nice section of town, and it didn't have any furniture in it, and it was only $300 a month. And it was, it looked too good. And then I realized, it has no furniture. They were saying this is commercial office space. And I was saying, no, this isn't. This is just a place to live. It just doesn't have furniture, But evidently that idea doesn't cross into people's minds here. Where in America, much more often, you can get a place that's furnished, or you can get one that's unfurnished. I would always prefer one that's unfurnished, because who knows what kind of, like here, it's heavy, clunky, cheap, often, furniture. Don't want it. So, anyway, without going into the full details, I got it. And I just went this morning and signed an agreement with the landlord. Seems like a very cool guy, a Georgian guy, probably about 10, 15 years younger than me. And he was very encouraging. So was the agent. I didn't go through an agent before, but this time I did. And here's the thing about this place. I'll show you a couple of pictures right now. And I'll also show you a little bit of a map of the surrounding area. Everything is next to me. I mean, literally, I'm in an old Soviet building. I can't show you the outside of it right now, but it's not that exciting anyway. It's just a big cement building, about 5 stories tall. But it's not one of the Khrushchevkas, these huge Soviet tower blocks, which exist in other parts of Tbilisi. But it's in Vake, which is one of the nicest parts of town. I am literally about a 1.5, 2-minute walk to 2 major grocery stores, a Carrefour and this place called Agro Hub. They're right next to each other. I'm surrounded by restaurants. There's a cool butcher shop not far from me. There's bakeries everywhere. There's even Chinese restaurants. Not that they're going to be that good, but the soul hopes. And there's a place called Gastronomy, which has a lot of foreign foods, a lot of more exotic meats and things. Like a 10-minute walk, 6-minute walk, we'll say. I've done the calculated all this on Google Maps, but in other words, and it's 3 minutes from Vake Park, which is a huge park. It's a 3-minute walk. I just basically walk outside and I'm there, and the place itself, well, it's pretty good. And the thing I like about it, empty walls. 13-foot ceilings, which means I got plenty of room for shelves. And that's what I cared about. And that was one of the problems I had back in Alaska. I was in this rounded dome-like thing, and I didn't have enough shelving. Anyway, thanks for all of your support, prayers, contributions earlier. What this means, logistically, is that even though the price of containers has gone up, I'll be able to get my stuff here much sooner, because I'm only spending $315 with, I'm paying the owner's taxes, but that's Georgian politics for you there. $300, we'll say, a month to rent someplace, and I'm good. So anyway, I will be back once I've actually moved in over there, I'm going to start in a week or so, but finish up in a month. I'll be in this place for a month more. But I will be back with a full-length edition or two to help you see what my whole process has been here, which has been quite lengthy. Okay, I'm talking. I'm excited. You're with me. You understand. So this is Bern from Tbilisi saying thanks for your encouragement, and we will be back. I am working very hard right now. I want to finish up How We Got Here, number 13, the conclusion for the foreseeable future of How We Got Here. And I've got some very interesting ideas now. One of the things that, it's going to be on the year 2020, but one of the things that this one is going to include is a summary of the entire series up to this point and what it means, how these things created the world we're living in. But you can wait for that. Meanwhile, keep swimming against the stream.
A people without history is not redeemed from time. For history is a pattern of timeless moments.